Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Supriya Rao and today I will be talking about adaptogens, the anti-stress agent. Well, the single common denominator in all our lives is stress. It pervades the life of every individual and exhausts us mentally, physically, and also impacts our immune system, making us vulnerable to a lot of diseases. And stress is certainly a problem for many people, and they do try few techniques like yoga or meditation, or even they take medicines, either natural or synthetic, in order to cope up stress. However, a class of herbs called as adaptogens help us to really release the stress and cope with it. In other words, adapt to the situation. So, when it comes to stress, support like ashwagandha, holy basil, rhodiola are true superheroes that have an impressive track record of supporting the body in times of emotional and physical stress, tiredness, and nervousness. So, in today's video, let us know more about these adaptogens, the definitions, the constituents, the characteristics or qualities, their function, their benefits, and also the demerits. So, coming to the definition of adaptogens, adaptogens are the class of botanicals or herbs which are metabolic regulators that increase the body's ability to deal with stress. So, stress could be in a form of anxiety or fatigue or trauma or infection. So, as we know, the HPA is the axis which controls our entire body. So, whenever we are in stress, the hypothalamus it release some signals to the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland stimulates the adrenal glands, and via these adrenals the stress hormones are released, and that's how we cope up with stress. But if we are in constant stress and stress becomes like a second nature to us, it can cause a lot of damage to the body because of increase in the free radicals causing oxidative damage to the cells and the tissues. So we can come up with problems like weight gain or increased blood sugar levels or hypertension or increase in the cholesterol level and dysfunctions in the heart, etc. So these adaptogens they help our bodies to adapt to the stress, increase our energy levels, return our bodily system back to homeostasis, improve digestive functions, reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety, and help to balance our hormones. So, according to the active ingredient present in these adaptogens, it can either belong to the first group, which contains phenolic compounds. So, this group they resemble the catecholamines, mainly the epinephrine, non-epinephrine, and dopamine. And the second group they contain tetracyclic triterpenes, which resemble corticosteroids. And there's another group of adaptogens which contain oxylipins which resemble leukotrienes. So leukotrienes they are the chemical mediators in our body which stimulate our immune system. So this explains why these adaptogens they help to cope up the stress and also to boost our immune system. So any herb or a plant to be called as an adaptogen, it needs to have few qualities. The first is it should be non-toxic at normal dose. It should support entire body's ability to cope with stress. It should help the body return to a state of homeostasis, that is, it should temper that which is hyperfunctioning and should support that which is hyperfunctioning. So, coming to the functions, out of this various functions of adaptogens, first and important function, as I already mentioned, is stress relief. So, whenever we are in stress, the stress hormones are increased in the blood. But once the stress is over, it should immediately shut down. That means the adrenals should shut down and the stress hormones should reduce in the body. But if it remains constant, it can have a lot of bad effects on the body. So these adaptogens they act like a mini vaccine and they quickly help the adrenals to shut down themselves so that the stress hormones are reduced. And second condition which I would like to mention here is in conditions of arthritis, that is joint pain. So as I already mentioned, adaptogens, they decrease the oxidative damage to the cells. They flush out the metabolic toxins, they flush out these inflammatory agents. So that's why these can be a very good anti-inflammatory agents. And also many studies have shown that in cases of fibromyalgia, that is a condition where this generalized body ache because of some psychological problem, these adaptogens, they really help to improve the symptoms. And also in the inflammatory joint conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, also they have been proved beneficial. And one more important problem probably many have is insomnia. So these stress hormones, they inhibit the other hormones in the body like melatonin, which is a sleep inducing hormone, and also serotonin, which is a happy hormone. So whenever we are in stress, our sleep activity or the sleep patterns get disturbed, and they disrupt our regular circadian rhythm, that is the inner biological clock which we have. So these adaptogens, when used, they help to calm our mind and body and induce good sleep. And other functions are adaptogens can greatly increase the effectiveness of some modern drugs like antibiotics, antidepressants, and hypoglycemic drugs. They can eliminate the side effects of these drugs. So it's good to include these with your regular treatment. And also it prevents aging, it can prevent cancer, it helps to lose weight, it increases our mental focus, and also it decreases the cholesterol level. So let us know few of these herbs. So these herbs, they have been used um, maybe probably thousands of years ago, and since then it's been a part of our life. And important Indian origin um, adaptogens are ashwagandha, ginseng, holy basil, and amla. And these are available nowadays in the form of capsule, maybe powder or tea or some blend mix. Okay, it's easily available. And a few of these adaptogens, they calm the body. Okay, and few energize our body. So depending on our condition, we need to choose the right adaptogens. And how do we take these adaptogens? If we are taking in a capsule form, it is very important that we take for a long time, at least for 6 weeks, and then definitely give a break and do not overdo these adaptogens because they have their own demerits. Because if you take these herbs for a longer time, it can mask the fatigue of a serious illness and we may miss the diagnosis. And also it can mask the effects of a nutrient deficiency, which we can suffer from a long time. And finally, I would like to make this point. If we water a root, it will grow and branches will sprout. These are the laws of nature. So the experienced physician therefore will always consider the source. So these adaptogens, these herbs, they can be an assistance, but they will not be the ultimate cure. So it's very important that we know the root cause of our problems and then treat it accordingly. So this was about adaptogens. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.